Hi folks, I just want to do a quick intro to this video. Normally on this channel, I think everybody by now sees that I try to keep the videos fairly upbeat. I try to keep them entertaining. I try to keep them a little bit educational, and I just try to show a good time out on the water. But that's not always how fishing is. Sometimes things go wrong. Sometimes things happen that you absolutely don't want to and that you have no control over, and it can ruin a day out on the water. So in this case, I wanted to show this video because I did catch a number of fish. If I didn't catch any fish in this video, probably would have never made it to the internet. But I did catch a number of fish, and just a number of odd things went wrong. And then to the amount of things that went wrong and the way that they happened, I kind of wanted to show it. Because not every day on the water is going to be perfect, and I kind of want to show some of that reality on the channel too. So I hope you get some entertainment out of it. It was still a beautiful day out, and we caught some fish, but you will see that things did not go as planned.
Hello folks, today we are back out on Cayuga Lake. I had such a good experience here last time, I had to come back out for more. We're probably going to come out even beyond this a couple more times throughout this year. I will visit new places, but when you have such good luck at a lake, you kind of want to go out and do it again. So today we're going to be trying a couple different baits. We're definitely going to be sticking with that one Rapala shad wrap that we had last time that we had good luck on. Always got to have a wacky rig with us. And we of course got the spinnerbait that does great at this lake. So I'm curious to see how the bite's going to be different today because it is very overcast. The lake, at least right here, is very calm. So hopefully it's going to be in the main portion of the lake too. Worst comes to worst, we're going to fish the backside of the railroad area, and that's okay too, because I mean I've seen plenty of fish around there too. So let's get to it. The only part that's going to be a little tricky today is the launch setup, because I want to go fish that railroad area again. Well, that was a little hard to do last time. On the way back, I gotta admit, it took me about 35 minutes, maybe closer to 40 in the high winds and the rough waves just to get back to launch. I was planning on launching over at Harris Park today, but this is the importance of checking the internet, because I did, and I found out that there is a festival at Harris Park today. Now there's only like 10 or 11 parking places there, so there's absolutely no way I'm going to be parking my car there and launching the kayak at Harris Park. You launch at Harris Park when you either know A, it's during the week and there ain't going to be a lot of people there, or if you can get there early enough to secure a spot. And that did not seem like it was going to be the case today, so I did forego the Harris Park launch, and I went back to the mudlock. So it's probably going to take us, even in calm conditions, at least a half hour to get over there. But let's hope the bass are out in force today and it was worth it. All right, folks, it took us a little longer to get to this bridge than I thought it was going to. It was actually a, what is that, a 37-minute trip. So 7 minutes longer. If I had just been able to park over at Harris Park today, it probably would have been about an 8-minute paddle to get out to this bridge, if that. Because right on the other side of the pier to the left, just over the water a little ways, is Harris Park. But we have made it, and I am ready to start fishing. The second we turn that corner there and get beyond the bridge a little bit, we're gonna start in right away with the wacky rig. Whew. That was a heck of a paddle. I had to stop a few times for boats that were coming through so that I could turn into the oncoming waves, so that I didn't get thrown over the side. Well, it's not super calm, but it's not as bad as it was the first time I came out here this year. There was a day I actually came out to Cayuga Lake this year. I didn't catch a single darn fish. It was in May. And the water was crazy. Water was absolutely crazy that day. So honestly, I will take this. I checked, the only bass tournament that was supposed to be on today got canceled. So hopefully we won't have too much competition out here. But I definitely need to take a break from the rowing, so we're gonna get started right over here at these trees, because doesn't that look nice? I'm sure every boat that's ever been out here has hit these trees, but you at least gotta try it. You know, I think I might make the switch early to a bait I was gonna wait to try, just for the heck of it. So we're going for the big stuff today. I upgraded our trailer to the 4-inch Storm Baits Largo shad in the perch color. We usually use the 3.5. This thing is just so much bulkier. I'm hoping that it's gonna draw some bigger fish out. Aha, I had to talk. There's the grass right there. That could have been up at the shore though. Wow. Oh yeah, we're done doing that. All the grass just started to appear right here. Maybe it's just this one tree though, because I'm looking, I don't see it anywhere else. I see some of it like on the shoreline, like the waves have carried it to the shore. Maybe if I just chuck a little bit offshore, it'll end up being better. I've never had too much luck in this spot. This spot, I think I've only pulled one fish from in all my trips here. But I try it every time, no matter what, because it just looks like such a nice spot. This portion of the journey has actually been really nice so far. Maybe not with so much for the fishing, but the fact that I'm being pushed along the shoreline at kind of a fairly perfect angle. And I've talked about it before. You know, the more time that you can spend actively fishing, the better when you're on a kayak. So if you're spending a ton of time positioning, that can get old real quick. But for right now, with the way that the waves are breaking and the wind is, it's working to my advantage for the moment. That could change at any time. I should have done the Genesee River. That's a shame. I'm hoping that the trees, the area with the trees is still going to offer up something, but this area, I was hoping to honestly spend most of my time here with the crankbait today, but I think it's totally trashed. I think this is all trashed. Whoa. Oh, buddy. Oh, now we're in trouble. Now we're in actual trouble. I snagged, yeah, no, my, just ruined my bait caster too. Snagged three treble hooks and a little baby largemouth because the dumb fish went for it. And now I'm getting thrown into the shore by 3-foot waves. That's decidedly not what we're after. The bait is as big as he is. Okay, that was a nightmare. Let's hope that doesn't happen that way again. The issue I'm noticing with this lure right off the bat, it's big, so we're talking 4.5, 5-inch crankbait here. It weighs next to nothing, so I can barely throw it. No, boy, I can't get within a few feet of the shore. Look at this. Can't get close to the shore today at all. Okay. Well, I'm about ready to head in, guys. My bait caster just literally had a part the whole side here where the brakes fall off and just plunge into the water. Not buoyant at all, I guess. Don't know why that happened, but I'm never buying this reel again. The Abu Garcia Revo SX. This is absolute bullcrap. That should not happen. I was literally putting it back behind me. I was putting this reel back behind me to go grab something else. And then that just casually fell off into the depths. So, yeah. I'm pretty f***ing pissed. Okay, finally. Little. No, not that little. Okay. About time. Oh. All right. Got us a bass out here at least. It's all right fish. All right, one last look at them. Sending them back. I don't intend to measure many of the fish today, only if they're really big. Only if we catch something big, because my board cracked when I was recording my intro earlier. I just heard it. I was in the middle of recording it, and all of a sudden I heard and I was like, what could that possibly have been? And it turns out it was my board. So I'm curious to see how the bite's gonna be different today, because it is very overcast. The lake, at least here, whoa. So I don't feel like cutting my leg open. The board is still kind of in one piece. It just has a crack down about 2/3 of the way through in the middle of it. It's got multiple jagged edges. I've cracked it so many times. It just hasn't quite snapped in half yet, but it's getting there. So I think I'm gonna hold off unless I catch a giant and I really need to get a length on it. Okay. All right. So the Wacky Rig is working. The Wacky Rig is working. Ow! Oh my God, I just cut my hand. Whew. All right. That's another one about the same size. But we will definitely take them. If we can get a whole bunch of these today, that'll be pretty fun. Finally, we're having something happen. It has been a pretty big disaster to start with, but now we got 2 bass within about 10 minutes, so I would gladly take that. So the good news is I think the wind is changing direction. I'm not being thrown so much at the shore anymore. I seem to be going more to the side. The waves are still pushing me into the shore, but it's not quite like it was. We may have a chance for it to hold up a little bit. If it stays just like this, I can hang in this area for at least a while longer. I gotta change out all my baits. I should try a jig of some sort. I mean, a jig's gonna at least cut through the grass better than most of the things I picked for today. Okay, so they're still down there. Hey, you hold it, seriously. That's, I didn't want to happen. He's got the hook, he's got the hook, he's got the hook. No, no. I'm trying to save myself and the fish, because I don't want that hook in his mouth. I think hook came out. Okay, that got rough. We got too close to that tree. All right, just a little guy. I think I'm gonna net every fish today. Oh, I don't have control of this kayak at all today. So I think I'm gonna have to net everything for safety. I think I'm gonna have to go back and put a jig under every one of those trees again. I think honestly that's it for today for bait wise. I'm stumped as to what to do because everything I'm throwing is getting caught. I am happy that the waves are dying down quite a bit. The lake is starting to get much more easy to deal with. Well, I've been on the water for 3 hours and it's finally the way it's supposed to be. The water is, it's not quite like glass, but we're really close. Oh, there we go. Little guy, little guy. I cut up my hand on the last one with just the line. The line, actually, I'm getting some cuts on my hand from the line. So I kind of got to keep the glove on, I think. As much as it gets in the way. What the hell happened to you? Alright, just a tiny guy. Be nice and quiet, buddy. We don't want to wake up your bigger brothers and sisters. This is going to be a much more pleasant experience now that the waves totally died down. Yeah, I don't get it, guys. I mean, I'm still getting about the same wind, maybe a little less than what we had this morning, but there's no major difference to the weather. I don't know if there's just that many boats out earlier, but I don't know, it doesn't really make sense because they're very, very far off from where I am, and I was still having to deal with it. So I think it was just the wind. The weather conditions were not as they were supposed to be, and that does happen. But we dealt with it till now, and now it's pleasant. I don't know if the fish like it when it's pleasant. They honestly seem to be reacting more the worse the water was, but I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna throw that spinnerbait now, and I think maybe we're gonna get at least one fish on it. That's what I'm hoping. Hoping for one spinnerbait fish, and maybe we'll get more. That's a bigger one. That's the big one. Oh, I hate bass jigs. I really do. I can't. I set that so hard, and that just flew at my head out of that fish's mouth. Oh, I cannot get the hang of them, guys. I mean, yeah, I'm finally getting some bites on some fish with them after 32 years, but it's like, you know, how many am I going to lose that I could have gotten maybe with another bait? Okay. All right, that was an adventure. All right. That is actually a fairly long fish. Whew. See what I mean? No, that's not safe. Yep, there it goes. Yep. Don't ever buy the hog trough, guys. This is a useless product. I try not to be too overly critical of products, but look at how many times this thing is cracked. That part is not from today, just the part in the middle, and then it broke twice. But nice bass nonetheless. Well, at least we got the one fish we wanted from the spinnerbait. And it was definitely a big fish of the day. That fish was somewhere between 16.5 and 17 inches. That's the size I want to catch every time I come to Cayuga Lake, and then be able to catch the 20 inchers with them. This poor spinnerbait's toast. Definitely going to switch this one out after this this fishing trip. This thing has seen some stuff. Definitely. Well, okay, I was gonna say we might have to switch it out sooner than just the end of this trip, but we got it back. All right, folks, that does it for fishing today. We did okay. We did all right fish-wise, but that was a disaster equipment-wise. I've never had that many equipment malfunctions or just complete breakages ever while I was out on the water. So I really don't know what to say. I mean, it was a pretty dismal day in that respect. Now I got some equipment that I need to replace, and I need to see if I can get a part for a reel. That was something I never thought I'd have to deal with, but you know, that's fishing. Hopefully I'll be able to get things taken care of. But at any rate, I really appreciate you all watching this video. I'm sorry it wasn't as positive and as upbeat as some of the ones that I do, but this was not a perfect day on the water. This was just one of those days that can happen. And it's, you know, I hemmed and hawed about whether or not I was even going to post this video, honestly, but you know, it's important to see some of this stuff so you understand what can happen to you out on the water. You know, it's not always rainbows and sunshine. There's things that can happen while you're out kayak fishing, and you just got to deal with it. So at any rate, thank you all again, and I hope you all take care.